This is breaking news.
So good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank you guys for being here from the beginning and following this case and being with us in your support. I have a lot of emotions right now, so I can't really target on one. I just wish that, he stays in jail for the rest of his life. And even that won't even bring me comfort because I won't have my daughter again. But at least we can keep another innocent life out of harm. My family is thankful for your support. And, from now on, we're just going to take a little break from the press. We just want to take a time to digest everything that is going on right now. And, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything, the calls, the texts, the checking in and saying how we're doing and, what's going on. So I just want to say thank you. On behalf of me and his dad, I heard that too. No, he's not going to speak.
Okay. Good afternoon. Thank you so much. First, I want to, express my gratitude for the team of the Bronx District Attorney's Office that helped bring this case to justice for Angellyh Yambo, to John Myris, the Assistant District Attorney Counsel to our Homicide Bureau, who was in charge of the case, as well as the Bureau Chief of Homicide, Christine Skasher. I also want to thank Laura Ramirez, who is a crime victims advocate that has stayed with this family from the beginning. I promised this family from April 8th of 2022 that I would be with them until the very end, and I stand here with them now, getting justice for Angellyh. That was a terrible day, and they should not be standing here today. They should be celebrating the fact that she's in school, once again pursuing her dream to be a doctor and to be the vibrant young woman that she was. But instead, she was shot down by another youth, 17 years old. He now stands conviction and is going to do 15 years to life in prison. We're losing a generation of our children, and this needs to stop. We need to care for our kids. We need to give them hope. They need to be able to pursue their dreams. And in this particular case, neither one has happened. So we're going to continue to fight for justice for Angellyh, for her family, and so many other families that stand in their same situation where they have lost loved ones to the senseless gun violence that's happening in the Bronx. I'm working each and every day with law enforcement to make sure that we stop the flow of the guns that are coming into our community and to make sure we engage our youth more so that they know that there are options to violence. There's alternatives to violence, and that they should want to live and not die. We cannot continue to bury our children. And as long as I'm District Attorney of the Bronx, I'm going to make sure that people who do bring harm to our children and to our community will be held accountable for doing those things. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you, guys.
Any questions on this topic? Well, we're continuing to investigate. Like I said, no one is going to go without being held accountable for those things. We're looking into it. We're investigating every day. We catch the people who have done this. We already have 2 in custody for one of the incidents. We're going to continue to work to do this work. This work doesn't stop. This work doesn't stop. So we're going to continue to do that. And the message to those who think that they're going to continue to do this, we're going to keep coming after you until you stop. So, but at the same time, everybody plays a role in public safety, and we're asking everybody to come forward. If you know something, say something, because that's the only way that we can ultimately hold these people accountable. Yes. Well, we're working with the federal authorities, with law enforcement. Look, New York has some of the strictest laws in the country, gun laws, but that doesn't stop from other states that have more lax laws. So we're working every day. Legislation is being signed every day to bring more penalties to people who do bring those guns. But we're working on trafficking cases and other things with all levels of government to make sure that we stop that flow from coming in. Well, I mean, I don't know. Congress is, they got a lot going on there, but I know that it's an important bill to make sure that people that bring guns within 5,000 feet of a school should be held accountable. People should not be able to carry guns anywhere because it's unsafe in public. But we know the laws have changed, and the Supreme Court has spoken to that. So as long as Congress still has the power to pass laws that will still protect our communities, I'm always in favor of it. I stood with Congressman Richie Torres, stood with this family as he presented that, and we hope that it passes in Congress.
To be honest with you, he wasn't remorseful at the beginning, and he wanted to show remorse at the end. For me, it didn't matter. If you do something, the first thing that you should do is apologize. You don't do it at the end. So his apology for me it didn't mean nothing, to be honest. And like I said, he could go to jail for the rest of his life. That still don't mean nothing to me because I would never have my daughter. So I stand by my statement.
You also do appreciate it in Spanish too, just with Spanish press.
Oh, I could. I could do it in Spanish.
He has one more question. What?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just much was made today of the contrast in the choices these two young people made in their lives. And I wonder if you could just talk about your daughter and the choices she made about how to live her life.
Well, my daughter, had a bright future. She wanted to be a doctor. She loved makeup. She was a very outspoken girl. We loved her because of her sassiness and how she was. And, we lost that. We lost that one person that it was a future to this country. And unfortunately, that is something that I have to live by every single day of my life.
I know you were asked about this one. Those words that he spoke at the end. Did that seem genuine to you?
No, it don't mean nothing to me. It would never mean nothing to me, like I said before. If you didn't do it at the beginning, at the end, it doesn't matter. So his apology doesn't mean nothing to me.
Can you say something in Spanish? Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I meant to mention it.
Yeah. Yes, I could have Mary. She's the co-founder of the foundation, so she can say more about it.
Question, I'm sorry.
About the foundation.
Turn your pain into purpose.
Yes. So with the foundation, we have programs that are going to, we want to instill it in schools. This is where since we want to, I'm sorry, I'm just like full of emotions. So the programs are for the youth, and we want to instill these in the schools at first, and hopefully branch out to the community, because we have to start somewhere. If they're not getting the help that they need or the guidance at home, we have to let's start at school. And then from the school we could branch out to the community as well.
What's the name of the foundation?
The foundation name is Angellyh Yambo Foundation. That's the name. So, and it's been active for a year, and now after the sentencing, we can focus more on the foundation and make a change in the Bronx, because we need to change. We have to save the future of the Bronx, and the kids is our future.
I think it's important that you know that this foundation is Angellyh's legacy now. They have turned their pain into purpose, and that's a good thing. And although as tragic as this is, we would never want a foundation to be built to help the community for this reason, but if it has to be, this is the perfect way to do it. So I thank the Yambo family for thinking of the kids of the Bronx and their future by establishing this foundation to help. All right.
It's not worth it. You're gonna throw away your life. Like Clark said, eventually you're gonna get caught. You might do something now and you think that you got away with it, but it's gonna get to you. He thought he wasn't gonna get caught and he did. So there's a lot of programs, there's a lot of mentoring. If you are going through something and you're afraid and you think the street is the only way around, it's not. It's actually your way to prison or jail. So you have to find your ways and think more intelligent of what you want in life, and we call our kids the future. Guns are not a future.
This has been breaking news.